Very good afternoon. You're watching the midday news on Rajya Sabha television. All the developing news stories at the top of one coming up ahead. I'm Aishwarya Kapoor and here are the headlines. BJP Parliamentary Party to elect Narendra Modi as its leader today. NDA to endorse choice in the evening. PM Modi reiterates commitment to create a new India, fulfill dreams of Indians. Rahul Gandhi takes the responsibility for Congress's poll debacle, offers to resign. Congress Working Committee asks him to reconsider. Top party leaders review reasons for Congress's crushing defeat in Lok Sabha polls. After sweeping Andhra Pradesh polls, YSR Congress elects Jagan Mohan Reddy as the leader of Legislature Party. Swearing in on 30th of May. Government formation begins in Odisha, Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh as well. "20 students killed in a massive fire at a coaching centre in Surat. The government of Gujarat orders a fire safety audit of schools, colleges, hospitals, malls and commercial buildings. FIR registered against 3 people. The top story this afternoon after BJP's spectacular victory in the Lok Sabha polls, the process of a government formation has begun. The BJP Parliamentary Party is set to meet today. In the meeting, all the newly elected BJP MPs will meet to elect Narendra Modi as their leader, following which he will meet the President to stake claim to form the new government. The National Democratic Alliance or the NDA will also meet in the Central Hall of Parliament House at 5 in the evening to formally elect Narendra Modi as its leader. The meeting will be attended by senior leaders of the BJP-led NDA, including Uddhav Thackeray, Ramvilas Paswan and others. Modi is expected to address the NDA MPs following his election as their leader. Remember, NDA has got 354 members in Lok Sabha, including 303 of the BJP. Prime Minister Modi led BJP to an impressive victory, crossing the 300 mark. First time for any party to do so after the Congress in 1984, and the UPA was restricted to just 90 seats. All right, our colleague Panchanan Mishra is tracking all those developments very, very closely. He's joining us on the phone line. Panchanan, a very good afternoon. And with, Modi already being announced as the prime ministerial candidate of the NDA alliance, of course, this meeting of the NDA is being considered as a mere formality. And prior to this, the BJP MPs are also meeting separately at the Parliament House. And Modi is also expected to address the MPs following his election as their leader. What are the updates that you can give us about both the meetings?
Aishwarya, after this big win, now all the process for government formation is now beginning. Today, their Prime Minister Narendra Modi is meeting BJP MPs, and after that there will be a meeting with the NDA leaders with BJP MPs in the central hall of the Parliament. And we are here at the Parliament, and we are seeing that at room number 62, all the MPs are approaching to do their formalities for becoming an MP. They are filling the forms and all the details, and they will reach at the central hall this evening by 4:30. And as I mentioned that after the BJP's meeting, there will be NDA meeting. And after that, it is being considered that Prime Minister Narendra Modi may stake claim to form the government before the President of India. So the government formation process has already begun, and we are being learned that after consultation with the NDA leaders regarding the minister's portfolio, there may be an oath-taking ceremony on 30th May of this month. So the whole process is going on very smoothly because the government is very comfortable with numbers. They have massive mandate. So all things are going as per plan. And today we have to see that what Prime Minister Narendra Modi is going to convey to its BJP MPs and also to NDA leaders. Aishwarya.
And Panchanan, of course, this is very premature, but has there any talk of how will the cabinet look like? Because there are a number of talks of that, this is going to be a young cabinet. Has any names that are doing the rounds? What are your sources telling you?
Yeah, many ministers who are in cabinet in NDA 1 may like to continue in NDA 2 also. And as we know that in this 17th Lok Sabha, there are 300 new faces. And as we know that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is now very much known for promoting new faces. So there will be a new induction, newly inducted MPs who will become ministers also. But we have to see. But certainly the cabinet ministers will likely to continue as in the 17th Lok Sabha, and many new ministers, including women MPs, may like to also figure there.
Yes,
Aishwarya.
right. Thank you so much, Panchanan, for all those updates there. The process of government formation has set into motion. And as the BJP swept to power with a spectacular performance for a second term, all eyes are now on the government formation. The Council of Ministers led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi tendered their resignation to President Ramnath Kovind to make way for the formation of the new government. The President accepted the resignation and has requested PM Modi and the Council of Ministers to continue till the new government assumes office. And after the Cabinet's recommendation, President Ramnath Kovind is now expected to dissolve the present Lok Sabha. Remember, the term of the 16th Lok Sabha will end on 3rd of June, and the 17th Lok Sabha has to be constituted before that date. And the process to form a new house will be initiated when the 3 election commissioners meet the president in the next few days to hand over the list of the newly elected members. Earlier in the day, the Union Cabinet passed a resolution recommending the dissolution of the 16th Lok Sabha. The Cabinet meeting came a day after the counting of votes for the Lok Sabha elections, in which NDA retained power with a massive mandate. And earlier on Friday, Prime Minister Modi met with the officers and staff of the Prime Minister's office as well, and he appreciated the efforts and dedication of the PMO over the last 5 years. He urged everyone to rededicate themselves to work to play a key role in fulfilling the hopes and aspirations of the people of India. He said that people have great expectations from the government. He also acknowledged the contribution of each and every member of his team.
जिस इरादे से 2014 में चले थे, 2019 तक हमने हमारे मार्ग में जरा भी डाइल्यूजन नहीं आने दिया, डाइवर्जन नहीं आने दिया, और डेडिकेशन हम बढ़ाते गए, और उसी का परिणाम है कि हम अपेक्षाओं को पूरा करते रहे। उसी प्रकार से घर में भी एक स्वभाव रहता है कि 3 बच्चे हो और एक आध जरा अच्छे ढंग से कर लेता है तो सब कोई उसको ये करो, 2 को भाई अब उसको कहने से क्या मतलब है, जो करता है इस पर बहुत ज्यादा आता है। तो लंबे अरसे के बाद देश को लगा यार ये कुछ कर सकते हैं, चलो ट्राई करें इनके पास, और उसके कारण वर्कलोड भी बढ़ता गया। शायद पहले चिट्ठियां आती है उसको करा बदले 100 गुना ज्यादा चिट्ठियां आने लग गई। पहले लोग चाहते थे महीने में होगा तो चलेगा, लेकिन अब चाहते नहीं जी 30 मिनट में होना चाहिए, 30 दिन में क्यों, अब तो आप बैठे हैं। और इसके कारण भी प्रेशर बढ़ा, और प्रेशर बढ़ने का कारण विश्वास था। अब विश्वास के कारण प्रेशर बढ़ता है, उसकी अनुभूति अलग होती है। विश्वास के कारण जब प्रेशर बढ़ता है तो प्रेशर ऊर्जा में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है, वो अपने आप में एनर्जी बन जाता है। हम लोगों ने अनुभव किया है कि देश में जो हमसे अपेक्षाओं का प्रेशर बढ़ा, उसने बोझ नहीं बना, वो एक ऊर्जा में कन्वर्ट हुआ। आपने भी अपने व्यक्तिगत जीवन में अनुभव किया होगा कि आप भी पहले की तुलना में जिस प्रकार से काम करते हुए एक नई ऊर्जा में परिवर्तन आया होगा।
And President Ramnath Kovind hosted a dinner for the members of the outgoing Council of Ministers at Rashtrapati Bhavan last night. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu, Lok Sabha Speaker Sumitra Mahajan, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Union Ministers including Rajnath Singh, Sushma Swaraj and Nitin Gadkari were present at the dinner. Meanwhile, after the dropping in the Lok Sabha polls, the Congress party is in an introspection mode. A meeting of the Congress Working Committee was held in the national capital to review the poll debacle. UP Chairperson Sonia Gandhi, former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh, Congress President Rahul Gandhi were among the top party leaders at the CWC meet. Now, the Congress, remember, has suffered a crushing defeat in these general elections, with Rahul Gandhi even losing his family bastion of Amethi to BJP candidate Smriti Irani. And some of the party leaders already sent in their resignations on Friday. UP Congress Chief Raj Babbar, Odisha Congress President Niranjan Patnaik announced their resignations from their post in the wake of the party's dismal performance in their respective states. And party's Karnataka in charge, H.K. Patil, who was tasked to oversee the state Congress campaign in the month of December, has also quit, taking moral responsibility. And our colleague Mohammad Fateh Tipu is joining us from the Congress headquarters on more on this. Very good afternoon, Tipu. Now, Rahul Gandhi, we understand, has taken responsibility for the Congress's poll debacle. He has offered to resign, and Congress Working Committee has asked him to reconsider. Tell us what transpired in that meeting.
गुड आफ्टरनून ऐश्वर्या देखिए कि 2019 लोकसभा चुनाव की हार के बाद में कांग्रेस लगातार मंथन कर रही है। कांग्रेस की सर्वोच्च इकाई CWC आज सवेरे 11 बजे से बैठक ले रही है, जिसमें पूर्व प्रधानमंत्री मनमोहन सिंह, सोनिया गांधी, राहुल गांधी, उसके अलावा तमाम जो दिग्गज बड़े नेता CWC के मेंबर हैं वो इसमें शामिल हैं। देखिए, राहुल गांधी ने 23 तारीख को, आपको याद होगा कि हार के बाद में वो प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस का उन्होंने सामना किया। उसके बाद में उन्होंने 100% जिम्मेदारी ली कि हम जनादेश का सम्मान करते हैं और हार की पूरी जिम्मेदारी लेते हैं। तो पूरा मंथन चल रहा है। जिस तरीके से कांग्रेस पार्टी का ये मुश्किल दौर है, जिस तरह से आप पूरे देश पर नजर अगर आप डालेंगे तो 17 राज्यों में एक भी सीट इनकी नहीं आई है। 17 CWC के जो मेंबर हैं उसमें से मात्र 3 मेंबर्स ने जीत हासिल की है, जिनमें सोनिया गांधी, राहुल गांधी और गौरव गोगोई हैं। 9 पूर्व जो मुख्यमंत्री थे कांग्रेस के, वो चुनाव हारे हैं। 3 जो कांग्रेस शासित जो राज्य है राजस्थान, छत्तीसगढ़ और मध्य प्रदेश में 65 सीटों में मात्र 3 सीटें ही जीतने में कांग्रेस पार्टी कामयाब हो पाई है। कहीं ना कहीं बहुत बड़ा सेटबैक पार्टी के लिए। ऐसे में रणनीति चल रही है कि किस तरह से वो, क्योंकि जो मुद्दे थे, जिस तरीके से वो राफेल के मुद्दे को लेकर के जनता के बीच में गए, GST, नोटबंदी और तमाम दूसरे मुद्दों को लेकर के ऐश्वर्या वो जनता के बीच में गए, कहीं ना कहीं जनता ने उन तमाम मुद्दों को नकार दिया। ऐसे कांग्रेस पार्टी के सामने ये बड़ी चुनौती है कि वो आने वाले 5 सालों में किन मुद्दों को लेकर के वो जनता के बीच में जाएंगे, क्या उनकी रोड मैप होगी। तो ऐसे तमाम बातों पे चर्चा अभी हो रही है। पिछले 2 घंटे से CWC की बैठक जारी है। राहुल गांधी ने इस्तीफे की पेशकश की है, हालांकि कार्यसमिति ने इस्तीफे को स्वीकार नहीं किया है। उन्होंने इस्तीफे को उन पर दोबारा गौर करने के लिए किया है। फिलहाल बहुत महत्वपूर्ण बैठक चल रही है। अभी चूंकि लंबे समय तक बैठक चलने की संभावना है। फिलहाल देखने की बात होगी कि आगे कांग्रेस पार्टी किस तरह की रणनीति को लेकर के मैदान में जाती है। ऐश्वर्या।
Right, of course. So top party leaders reviewing at the moment Congress's reasons for Congress's crushing defeat in Lok Sabha polls. Thank you so much, Tipu, for all those updates. We'll keep coming back to you for more on that story once that meeting ends, because remember, the Congress party was actually a washout in 17 states and union territories and could not even do better even in the 3 states where it had won just in the month of December. We'll keep coming back to you, Tipu, on all the details. And the Congress will once again failed to secure the leader of the opposition post as well, with the party winning just 52 Lok Sabha seats in the election to the 17th Lok Sabha. The party finds itself short by 3 seats to get the post. However, it has improved its tally from 44 in 2014 and it still remains the main opposition party in the House. Remember, a party needs a minimum of 55 seats to declare leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha. Rules state that an opposition party can claim to have a leader of the opposition in any of the houses only if it wins 10% of the total seats. Now, this number is 55 in the Lok Sabha, which is a 543-member house. Leader of opposition, remember, is involved in the appointment of key officials. And the Election Commission has handed over the list of winning candidates to President Ram Nath Kovind. And with this handing over of the list, the process to form the 17th Lok Sabha has been set in motion. The term of the present Lok Sabha ends on 3rd of June. The Union Cabinet had on Friday recommended the dissolution of the 16th Lok Sabha and the new house has to be constituted before that date. And talking about states now, first talking about Andhra Pradesh. After a massive sweep in the state elections, YSR Congress has unanimously elected Jagan Mohan Reddy as the leader of its legislature party. Newly elected legislators of the YSR Congress party paved the way for his swearing in as the new chief minister of the state. All 151 legislators attended the meeting that was held at Jagan Mohan Reddy's residence in the state capital, Amravati. The meeting began with the Jagan Mohan garlanding the bust of its father and late Chief Minister YSR Rajya Reddy. Jagan Reddy will take oath as the Chief Minister on 30th of May. Jagan Mohan Reddy, remember, led YSR Congress stormed to power in Andhra Pradesh with 151 seats in the 175-member assembly, dealing a tough blow to the ruling Chandrababu Naidu's TDP. News from West Bengal. Stunned by BJP's performance in the state of West Bengal in Lok Sabha polls, Chief Minister and TMC Chief Mamata Banerjee has called an emergency meeting of the party leaders today. All the senior party leaders have been asked to attend the meeting to discuss the reasons for the party's performance in the polls. Remember, TMC won just 22 seats in the Lok Sabha polls this time, while the BJP increased its tally to 18 seats. The BJP surge in the state is a cause of worry for the TMC, with the assembly elections in the state approaching in 2021. And talking about Tamil Nadu now, well, after sweeping the Tamil Nadu Lok Sabha polls, DMK President M.K. Stalin and the newly elected MPs, MLAs and other leaders of the party paid their tributes to their former chief, late M. Karunanidhi, in Chennai. The leaders also met Party General Secretary K. Azhar Bhagan at his residence. The DMK has also called a meeting of its parliamentary party to elect its leader in the evening. Remember, the DMK won 23 seats in these Lok Sabha polls, emerging as the third largest party in the entire Lok Sabha. In Midday News, we'll take a very short break here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Tales that inspire. Stories of social change. A salute to diversity. Promoting public discourse. Events that motivate. Inspiring the innovative spirit. Watch Rajya Sabha television documentaries.
At least 20 students have been killed and many others injured in a major fire at a commercial building housing in a coaching center in Surat on Friday. Swinging into action, Gujarat government has ordered an inquiry into the incident. Chief Minister Vijay Rupani has also ordered a fire safety audit of schools, colleges, hospitals, malls and other commercial buildings of the major cities and towns in the state. He has also declared financial assistance of 4 lakh rupees each for the family members of those who died in the incident. Surat police has also filed an FIR against 3 people, including the builders of the complex and the owner of the coaching center. Fire broke out on the 2nd floor of the Takshila apartment, where about 50 students were attending coaching classes. About 17 teams of firefighters rushed to the spot to control the fire and rescue works. Injured people, mostly students, have been admitted to various hospitals.
राज्य सरकार ने घटना के बारे में हमारे अर्बन प्रिंसिपल सेक्रेटरी मुकेश पुरी को इस घटना की तुरंत जांच करने के लिए उसको भेजा है। तुरंत सभी मृतक उनके परिवारों के लिए फूल की पंखड़ी यानी कि 4 लाख रुपया उसको सहायता देने का भी फैसला कर लिया है। हमारी सभी हॉस्पिटलों में घायल लोगों के लिए फ्री सारवार और जो कुछ आवश्यक खर्च हो उसके लिए भी राज्य सरकार खर्च करेंगे।
And Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu has expressed extreme anguish at the fire tragedy in Surat. In a tweet, he said, "Deeply pained by the loss of lives in a fire mishap at a coaching center in Surat. My heartfelt condolences to the bereaved families and wish for a speedy recovery of the injured." Prime Minister Modi also tweeted on Surat fire. He said that his thoughts are with the bereaved families and he hoped that the injured recover quickly. Modi said that he has also asked the Gujarat government and local authorities to provide all possible assistance to those affected. The Defence Research and Development Organisation, or the DRDO, successfully test-fired an indigenously developed 500-kilogram inertially guided bomb from Su-30 MKI aircraft at Pokhran in Rajasthan. The Defence Ministry said that all the mission objectives were met during the test firing of the bomb, which is capable of carrying different warheads. The ministry said that the guided bomb achieved the desired range and hit the target with high precision. The test firing of the guided bomb came 2 days after the Indian Air Force successfully test-fired the aerial version of the supersonic BrahMos cruise missile from a Sukhoi jet at the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. The top international focus, British Prime Minister Theresa May has said that she will quit as the Conservative Party leader on 7th of June, paving the way for a contest to decide a new Prime Minister. In an emotional statement, she said that she had done her best to deliver Brexit and it was a matter of deep regret that she had been unable to do so. May said that she would continue to serve as the Prime Minister while a Conservative leadership contest takes place. The party said that it hoped that a new leader could be in place by the end of July. The British Prime Minister had faced a backlash from her MPs after announcing her latest Brexit plan earlier this week, which included concessions aimed at attracting cross-party support. Meanwhile, Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn said that May had been right to resign. Sports news now. India has won 57 medals at the India Open International Boxing Tournament, which concluded on Friday in Guwahati. India's medal haul includes 12 gold, 18 silver and 27 bronze medals. Six-time world champion MC Mary Kom and seasoned Sarita Devi spearheaded India's gold rush at the second India Open Boxing Tournament. Asian Games gold medalist Amit Pangal clinched the gold in the highly competitive 52-kilogram men's category, and World Championship medalist Sarita Devi won her first gold in 3 years, beating Simranjit Kaur 3-2 by virtue of a split decision. World Championship bronze medalist Shiv Thapa avenged his last year's semi-final defeat to defending champion Manish Kaushik to grab the 60-kilogram gold. Overall, India swept the medals in 4 men's categories and 3 in the women's categories to conclude their campaign with the 12 of the 18 gold medals that were up for grabs. And with that, we wrap up this edition of Midday News. Thanks so much for watching.